Here are the accessories you want to get and the ones you want to avoid to make the Quest 3 ready for a comfortable experience. Because let's be real, wearing the Quest 3 out of the box with the stock strap for longer than 10 minutes, it's extremely uncomfortable. It gets to the point where it becomes extremely painful, almost like a torture device. Like seriously, what were the engineer designers thinking of? But fear not, as I tested a bunch of different head straps. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you the head straps you should definitely avoid and not even consider picking it up, and the ones you should definitely check out. Let's begin with the head strap. So this is my Quest 3. As you see here, I have it equipped with the bobovr. Now this is the same bobovr head strap that I've been using on my Quest 2, but I purchased the bobovr adapter kit, which costs less than $20. So if you already have this head strap, definitely do consider checking out their adapter kit. But the non-retro kit, it's actually available for $49 right now for the Meta Quest 3. It's ready out of the box. But the beauty about this VR headset is look at it. It's very similar to like a Halo design because the fascia structure right down here doesn't rest entirely on your cheekbones. And the up portion actually has a nice cushion that allows it to rest nicely above your head, so everything is weighted evenly. The mechanics is super similar to the Elite strap, as it uses this little knob to tighten and loosen back here. But if you look up here, this actually does support a battery pack, which when you attach does indeed support hot swapping. So you can easily get about 6 hours or more gameplay out of this VR headset. The batteries are USB-C and they're rated at 5000 mAh, which you could use to charge other devices. If you get the whole kit with the charging battery pack, the dual battery pack, this could be a super useful battery pack to take on the go if you need to charge a device last minute. But this VR head strap is much better than the standard one because even the Elite strap that retails for a little over $70 doesn't even have cushion. The bobovr does, all places, and it's fully adjustable. And if you can't afford a bobovr, don't worry, even the $30 ones like this one works perfectly fine because it also provides some nice cushion. So avoid the Elite strap if you can. And also the Elite strap is not really the most durable as well. Now in terms of docking station, I do use the official one from Meta. It is really expensive, but if you have the money for it and you love the ease of use where just simply docking your controllers as well as your headset, and every time when you want to play VR, you know that your controllers as well as your VR headsets are always at 100% and ready for gaming at all time. And yes, it does switch your controller from using AA batteries to wirelessly charging. It's actually really unique. Do recommend this. Just sucks that you have to use the provided Meta power adapter as it doesn't provide its very own. So if you purchase this kit, you have to use the one that came with the Quest 3 headset. Now, if you notice, I do wear prescription glasses. I do have contacts. Occasionally I switch from time to time, but I cannot recommend enough to actually invest in prescription lens for your Quest VR headset. Not only do they make the whole gameplay experience a lot better, but also prevents you from accidentally scratching the actual lens of your Quest 3, because once you scratch up, it's game over. Yeah, you could use polisher to smooth out the scratches. That is a method people have been using and some have been seeing great results, but regardless, it's best to prevent scratches from occurring. So I highly recommend picking up the Meta prescription lens. Now these are ones I currently have. They cost me about $50 for my prescription, and I have worked with other prescription companies in the past, but I'm still waiting on their product to be released, like VR Waves is a fine example. I'm super excited to wait what they come out with, which should be coming out anytime soon, probably by the end of this month. But in the meantime, I did pick up the partnered with Meta prescription lens, and these work okay, as they simply just snap into place. But I have been seeing people accidentally cracking the outer rim, the plastic portion. From my understanding, I originally thought these were going to be magnetic where you could attach on and attach off, just like VR Waves, but unfortunately they're not. But for $50, I'm not really complaining. Just be careful when it comes to taking these off. But I really cannot recommend prescription lens in general because, again, they do an excellent job on preventing your lens from scratching up. And if you have large frames like I do, which a majority of people technically do, the space inside the VR headset is so limited, I cannot game with glasses at all. So I highly recommend picking up a prescription lens. And make sure to stay tuned because I do plan on comparing these with the VR Waves as well as other third parties to see who makes the best prescription lens for the Quest 3. Now when it comes to traveling cases, I did pick up the official one from Meta. It's cool and all, slightly bigger than the previous Quest 2, and yes, it does fit with the bobovr, so if you wear a Halo strap headset like this, it's likely to fit. but I would strongly advise looking elsewhere because third-party cases are much better built, as some are even water resistant. This one's just a standard Quest 2 case, just larger. I do like the compartment and the way the controllers are organized, but that's really the big major selling points. Meanwhile, these third-party ones are like $25, and they look big enough to still continue using this one. Now the fifth accessory I highly recommend is the Chromecast. Just pick up one of these Chromecast dongles. It doesn't have to be the 4K version, it could be the regular 1080p. They're just around $25, $35. Typically they fluctuate, especially during sales. These things are amazing, definitely worth it, and these allow you to cast anything you see in VR onto the big screen. So if you have a party over, group, friends, any type of gathering, and you like to see what the person is seeing on the big screen, with the Chromecast, they can see it all right there. Even plays sound. It's so fun. Highly recommend picking these things up just to cast the VR gameplay on the screen. Now the sixth best accessory I highly recommend picking up, especially for comfort, is the silicone face cover, this fascia portion. Unfortunately, I picked up the one from Meta because they're the only ones that actually are producing the full silicone one. It's not a cover or anything like that. So I've seen those and they're alright. I had it on my Quest 2, but every once in a while they get out of alignment. But Meta actually is making a full silicone one, and the beauty about this is it doesn't absorb bodily fluids. So if you're passing the headset around, this one you simply just wipe it off. There's no liquids, no bodily fluid. It doesn't get absorbed like the sponge fascia one that comes standard with their Quest 3. So I highly recommend this because it's actually better. It's more comfortable, not breathable compared to the fabric material version, but honestly this is a nice sacrifice, and I think it's more cushier, if that's even a word. Cushier is a word. Just getting sidetracked, but yeah, I cannot recommend enough the official one from Meta. Now the next accessory I highly recommend is picking up one of these VR cleaning pens. These allow you to actually get the edge on your VR lens, which can be really challenging with a microfiber cloth. These things are inexpensive and they serve multiple purposes, and with this brush you can also use it to clean like little gaps in case dust particles get in here or something like that. But in terms of like accessories, I highly recommend for best comfort, that's it. But I highly recommend staying tuned for part 2 of this video, as currently I'm testing a bunch of different Bluetooth wireless earbuds for the Quest 3, as well as checking out some silicone covers for the lens. But I do want to state one thing. While I was doing research for this video, avoid these camera lens protector, screen protector thingies that they go on. Apparently there's an adhesive problem, so I'm keeping an eye on these, because a small possibility that could happen is you could accidentally crack one of these, which already has happened to a couple people on Reddit, especially with the Quest 2. So until they fix this adhesive problem, avoid this camera protector. So until they resolve this, I have it featured in the part 2 video. So make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. Anyways, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, and links to all these featured products will be in the description down below, so they're all literally a click away. For more, make sure to check out this video over here where I cover my favorite tips and tricks that you could do on the Quest 3. Thank you so much for watching.